right, welcome back, and it's still So Sisters on Solid 100.9 FM. It's the third Sunday of the month, and you know what happens every third Sunday of the month is ability in disability, and you are welcome. When you talk about disability, it's actually a physical or mental condition that limits a person's movement, senses, or activities. But what we are saying on this program is that there is ability in every disability. So this afternoon would ask that you join us, and our topic today is a very very interesting one. All our topics are very interesting topics, right? But this one, I know a lot of people will be able to relate to our topic for today. And like I do say, it's going to be an interactive session, so you have the opportunity of calling and sharing with us what you think about our topic for today. And if it's you we're talking about, if you can relate to it as well, feel free to also share your experience with us. Very very important. Share with us how relatable this particular topic is to you. All right, we're looking at overcoming the scars of human caused disability. Overcoming the scars of human caused disability. And we're going to be looking at how one can overcome the scars, the emotional trauma that comes with disability, especially when you see the person that caused the particular disability you're in. Take for instance, you had an accident and you have this scar on your body, or possibly maybe your leg was amputated because of that, and then the person who caused that particular accident, you see that person, how do you feel about it? And I'm going to use myself as an example. Okay, I remember when I had an accident, and everybody, they were asking, where's the driver? The driver was there, but the driver refused to identify himself, because at that point he knew that maybe if he had said Namio, they might do something terrible to him. So he didn't say anything till I think 5 days later he came in to orthopedic hospital with the owner of the vehicle, who happens to be a chief judge in Enugu State. And he came to the hospital, and the question my siblings, everybody around was, even me, I even asked, I said, please, where the driver? Let me just see the guy that hit me. Let me just see him. They said the man started preaching, saying, you know, God is this. No kind of preaching he did not preach. But and he came with him. The person that hit me was standing there. But I noticed it was wearing a face cap, and the way he was acting, you know, that like he was actually crying. And then the next minute, the man had said, you know, I don't want you to take it hard. This man is just a driver. He just got married. His wife is pregnant, and you see, the driver is this. And then he now pointed and said, the driver ever. And immediately the driver looked. He started begging with tears in his eyes. All of us were just looking and say, why didn't you not identify yourself that day? He said no, he would do that. But the truth is, I know the mother-in-law used to listen to Solid FM, because I know the mother-in-law then used to call to say every Sunday, the mother-in-law would call to say, mother-in-law, the man that hit you, because anyway, she would call her air to apologize and all that when I started working. But the sky is still there, and it's not as if I've forgiven him. There's nothing I could do, because I remember one time the man did prostate operation, and the mother-in-law was on that called on air to tell me that that man, Ogomboke, prostrate to I channel I got Lagos ime ya nnem biko anyway. I can't imagine na me cause the thing. Like don't be me that the man don't break my leg, you say don't break my leg. So that's it. But the scars is still there. I've not seen him. I don't think I can even recognize him if I see him tomorrow. But you know, there are people that you see them every day. Okay, I have a friend, one of the nurses that while I was sick, not in orthopedic this time, one of the nurses that took care of me some time ago, she has issues with her leg, and upon inquiry, she told me that it was actually her aunt who threw her from up down, and she's still living with that condition. So we have people that their disability is actually caused by
Man-made.
somebody, is man-made.
Yeah.
And the question we're asking now, if you are in such a situation, how do you handle such people when you see them every day? How do you, this is not, it's not as if you were born with it. It's not that it happened to you. Maybe you're the one that inflicted it on yourself, but somebody else. Let's take for instance, I remember Fine Glue telling us a story of 10 naira change, and then you see the man who lifted you up, or the young boy as at then is now a man who lifted you up and threw you on the floor, and you are in this condition. Possibly he has even forgotten he kept somebody in this condition. So if you see them, how do you feel? Like I said, the man who inflicted this injury on me, I don't think if I see him tomorrow I would recognize him. That's one. Number two is the people who were in the vehicle with him actually made a good deal for him, because I remember those that year they were actually coming every 2 months. When I started work, they would come bring gifts to tell me sorry and all that, and I said, oh, it's fine, the deal is done. You understand? So I don't think I feel bad. I feel bad because number one, there are a lot of things I want to do with my leg. I can't do with it. I can't run to a large extent. I can run small, but not if I had wanted to go into or do keeper. Let's say we're playing a friendly match, I decide to keep or play, I know I cannot do such things again. But do I feel bad? If I see this person now, will I be able to say, see, now you put me for this condition though, and I'll be angry because of it? I don't think. Maybe I'm different, but I don't think I'll feel that way, because number one, I've been living like this for how many years now? But we're asking, I don't know, go Simba.
Well, the topic is overcoming the scars of disability, man-made disability.
Yeah.
Just like any other trauma, because once you are okay, when you were born you don't have any issues, perfectly okay, and at the end of the day something happened, and you are seeing yourself in the class of people living with disability because of a fault of another. Naturally you will be traumatized. Naturally you will feel bad. But the issue now is not whether you feel bad or not, but how to overcome that feeling you have. And just like in any other traumatic situation, how to manage it is number one thing you have to start learning and practicing. There are a lot of ways to manage and come out of trauma, but I want to summarize it in 4 different points. And one is identifying your triggers. Those things that will happen and you will start feeling bad all over again. You as a person have to identify what your triggers are and try to avoid them, or living the environment when such triggers start coming up. That is number one. Number two is to do what? To practice self-care. Because when you are traumatized, you are the one suffering it, not even the next person. You are the one that is, killing yourself in that situation. So, but when you practice self-care and self-love, doing those things that will make you happy, especially when you are seeing yourself being depressed, when you are seeing yourself being more traumatized, you have to look for those things that will, everybody have different things that, make you happy. Like I, for instance, when I listen to good program on radio, in fact, I can be with my radio from morning till night and I won't even know that the next person is existing. Another person may be music, another person may be sports. Just you as a person, identify those things that will make you happy. And when you are seeing yourself feeling bad because of your condition, and you apply those self-care, those things that will make you feel happy, you will see yourself coming out from that, overcoming that trauma. Again, seek for support. I keep on saying it. One cannot live in isolation. If you practice number one and practice number two and it is not working, look for people that you can lean on. Look for people, good communication, people that you can communicate with, people that you can relate. Oh, you see, hi, this my problem. Each time I remember it, I feel very bad. And that person will tell you, you are not alone in this. Now, so many people have been in this situation and they've done XYZ kind of thing, and they are seeing themselves living happier every day. So when you talk to people, when you reach out to people, when you find yourself in such situation, it will help you come out from that disability trauma. Another thing, there are things that you can work on your own and it can work. You can apply A or B and it can work. You go higher, you go further by looking for a therapist. You know, this traumatic situation, they have different grade, though. They have different level. You can be in trauma and you can easily come out of it, but next person cannot easily, depending on the degree of damage. Like in your own situation, your leg, at least you can walk with it. Some people may be on artificial limbs. Some people can be wheelchair bound as a result of another person's mistake or fault. So, but when you apply your own, if you want to come out from such trauma, you have to be intentional about it. That is just the truth of the matter. If you want to have a peace of mind, you have to be thoroughly intentional about it, and you have to work towards it. So if you apply this seeking for support and it is not yet working, then you know that your own traumatic situation is a higher degree, and you have to look for therapists that will help you, professional therapists that will help you talk you out of such difficult situation, because overcoming trauma is not easy. Some people from I'm traumatized, before you know it they enter depression, before you know it mental has joined it. So overcoming it is not just it doesn't have one way solution or situation out of it. So you have to apply so many things, so many ideas that will make you, but the most important thing is choose to be happy. See whatever thing that has happened as, oh, it has happened. After all, they say that the Bible made us to know that Jesus came to die for us, but Judas have to do what? To sell Jesus. So if it has been destined that you will be disabled one way or the other, my dear, it may not be that person, but still another thing will still lead you to it. So first of all, talk yourself out of that situation and you will see yourself overcoming it.
Talk yourself and you see. Okay, so that's all. Go Simba, what's your parting word?
Well, just as I normally say, nothing happens for nothing. There is nothing that God don't know. There are things we cannot help and things that we cannot change. When disability comes, it has come and you cannot change it. So the earlier you seek for your personal happiness, the better for you. And that is the major panacea for coming out of trauma.
Yeah. So, brother,
my people, what I was going to say, the word is imilimius.
yes,
The word is imilimius. And that means that anything can happen. But when it does, please be strong. Unless you are dead, the world can still change for you.
Unless you're dead, the world can still change.
Yes, unless you are dead, the world can still change for you.
Exactly.
And so, if you know this, any situation you find yourself,
Know this and have peace.
be positive. And like I always say, work hard and play hard.
Work hard and play hard, and that's what we're living with. Thank you so much. And by 4:30 it will be time for the French World Show, and 5:30 the family show. Then at 7 it will be time for the Eagle. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful and blessed day. My name is Lillian. Keep listening to Solid 100.9 FM.